So I went ahead and worked out some of the problems already, and as I'm looking, I realized I accidentally put a 2 there. It should be a 3. So I rewrote the different, I started by rewriting this in expanded form. So it's y squared times y cubed, and then minus z to the fourth. And then with these exponents, we know we actually can use the product rule, right? So we can add it, and we can also pull the exponents to the front. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just making that correction to make that a 3. So your final answer for question 1, it should be 2 log x plus 3 log y plus 4 log z. So there's kind of like a little pattern there. Let me pull this apart. Not sure why that wrapped around. I just wanted to space it out, make it a little prettier, so I typed it up ahead of time. For the next problem, so log square root of x, you can rewrite this, right, as x squared. So, and I mentioned that too. So radical is the same as having a fractional exponent. So we could say that's really x raised to the 1/2 power. So you can pull that 1/2 out in front and just have log x. So we have x by itself. And we can do the same thing here. So a cubed root is same as x. And because we have a squared, it's x squared to the cube root. So we can make that 2/3 power. So, but we just put the root on the bottom. I'm not sure why my 3's are going wonky here. So that's x to the 2/3 power. So you can pull the 2/3 out in front. We're using the power rule and multiply. So this is 2/3 natural log of x. So here's a little fun expanding. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to go the opposite way. So we've already expanded. We're going to compress it. We're going to make it so that we only have one log written. And then we'll have a lot of stuff going on inside of our parentheses. So here I'm seeing log cube of 5 plus log cube of 8 minus log cube of 2. So I know these two must be multiplied together. So I'm just going to rewrite that. So let me just write it here. So this is equal to log. And we must multiply the 5 and 8. And then we have the subtract, so we must be dividing by 2. So 5 times 8, and then we're going to divide by 2. And we can actually simplify this, right? So we have it all as a single term, but since they're all numbers, we can simplify it. So I know 8 divided by 2 is 4, and then 5 times 4 is 20. So I could really rewrite this as log of 20. So we can go through and we can use these terms, right? We can use these for all. So you can use the product rules, the quotient rules, you can use the power rules to kind of work backwards the other way. I'm going to do one more complex one because I know it's not quite fair. I just do the easy one and let you be. I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to try this one right here. Let's do the third one just to make it interesting. So I noticed that we all have log base 2, so nothing complicated. So here I have x squared and then plus, I notice I have a constant outside, so I must have had an exponent. And it's x minus 1 and then minus. So I know the plus means I must have some multiplication going on right here. The minus means I must have some division. And the 1/2 means I must have had an exponent, right? This must have been raised to the 1/2 power or the square root. So I'm going to start rewriting. So I'm going to just write my 1 log. I know I'm going to need that. And I'm going to put a nice big parentheses because I know I'm going to need plenty of space. So I'm going to start by writing my x squared term. So x squared, I have 1/2, so it's plus x minus 1. And I know this was 1/2, so it must have been to the 1/2 power. So I'm going to write x minus 1. And I'm going to go ahead and put that power up here. So I'm doing 2 steps in one. I know these are multiplied because of the plus, and I know there was an exponent because there's a value sitting in front of log. We have a constant or a coefficient in front of log, so I'm just bringing that up to the top. And then minus, so that must have been a divide by. So we have log base 2 of x plus 3. So let's write this x plus 3 squared. But we have a 3 in front, so we must have had this not only square, but we could make this an exponent too. So we must have had a 3 here as well. Not sure why they only brought 1 out, but they did. So we can simplify this a bit more, right? So you can choose, let me just write it here. So maybe when simplifying, oh, this is going nuts on me. Doesn't want me to write G. Okay, log. So I can decide to go ahead and make that a root if I want. Raised to the 1/2 power is the same as the square root, right, of x minus 1. And then I can also decide on the bottom, I can use the product rule for exponents. I can combine those. So it's x plus 3. Not the product rule, but I know I'm going to just go ahead and multiply, raised to the 6th power. And I close my parentheses. So this is, now I only have 1 log term. So I went from 3 log terms to 1. And I apologize for that ugly log. So now I want you to try the second and fourth.